In this section, I'm going to demonstrate how to use some of the other templates that are built into Microsoft Publisher, one of them being brochures. And you can use brochures in the classroom in many different ways, some of which I'll show you later on. But in order to get started, we're going to open up one of the built-in templates and we're going to modify the contents with what we want to put in the brochure. But if you start with one of the templates, it is a little bit easier to have everything formatted the way you want in a brochure format. So what we're going to do is when you open up Microsoft Publisher, you're going to go over to the brochures section. And then if you scroll down, you're going to see a number of different types of brochures that you can choose from. And it gives you a little preview of it in this box over here. It's not going to show you what the inside of the brochure looks like, but you'll get an idea of what the outside of it looks like. Now, just because you choose a particular brochure doesn't mean that you have to stick with the exact layout of the way you see it on the screen. You're going to have a lot of opportunity to move things around, change color schemes, fonts, etc. So I'm going to scroll down a little bit and I'm going to choose this one down here that says bubbles. And again, you can choose whichever one you want. And when you choose one and you see the preview of it, you do have some options before you actually create the template to make some changes that actually affect the entire brochure. So for example, you can change the default color scheme. Right now it looks like it's yellows and reds and blues. You can go down and they have some other color combinations that you can choose from, and you can kind of preview what it's going to look like in the box. And again, it's not set in stone. Even though it's changing the colors on it right now, once I create this template, I can manipulate the colors individually for each section of my brochure as I want to. So you're going to choose a color scheme, or you may just choose the default. You can also choose a font scheme. So if you particularly like Comic Sans or you have a favorite font, this will actually apply that font to all the content that's already on the template. This is sometimes helpful because otherwise what you're going to have to do is individually change the font style for each section of the brochure, every single text box. So if you want to apply it automatically, you can do that. So let's just say I want to go down and I'm going to choose Calibri. The other things down here you really don't need to worry about. We're not going to deal with forms in this section. And then once you kind of have it the way you want it, you're going to click the Create button and your brochure will open up. Now just to give you an idea of how the brochure layout appears on your screen, you're going to see that you have these blue lines separating your 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper into 3 sections. Right now what we're looking at and the way they lay this out is so that when you fold it together it will look like a typical brochure. So this side over here is actually going to be the front cover of our brochure. The middle section is going to be the back. And then this section over here is going to be the inside flap when you first open up the brochure. If you look over here on the side where it says page 2, this is the inside of your brochure. So you have the center inside section, the right-hand center section, and then the left-hand center section. So you can flip back and forth between the two. And when these are put together, these two pages get glued back to back, and then you'll be able to fold it into a trifold brochure. So this is just showing you how to choose your template, how to make some initial changes, and then create it. From here, in the following videos, I'm going to show you how to modify some of the contents on here, to add some of your own content, and how to make some changes to the template itself.